Hey, aspiring author, have you ever heard someone say people don't read books anymore? Or maybe you've noticed bookstores closing and wondered if books are becoming a thing of the past. Well, as an author, publisher, book coach, and avid reader myself, I've learned something completely different. People are still buying books. Readers are still filling their bookshelves. They're still creating cozy spaces in their homes for reading nooks. People are still downloading ebooks. They're still listening to audiobooks. So today, I simply want to talk about why. What keeps people turning pages in a world full of YouTube videos, podcasts, social media, and AI? Let's talk about it. Ready to write your first book and make an impact? Do you wish you could organize your book ideas without feeling overwhelmed and actually find the time to write and finish your book? Hey, I'm Donna Cherie, a book writing coach and author. Welcome to Book Writing Made Simple. Inside this podcast, I'll teach you how to get a clear vision for your book idea, get organized, keep it simple, and develop a writing plan so you can finally get your book out into the world. Grab a notebook and pen with your favorite cup of tea. Hey, welcome back to Book Writing Made Simple podcast. I'm your host, Donna Cherie, and thanks so much for tuning in today. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure that you subscribe so that you never miss when I release a new episode. And if you're in the beginning stages of organizing your book, I have a free Plan Your Book with Clarity, a book outline template that will help you organize your ideas, map out your chapters, clarify your message, and create a simple direction for your writing process. The link to grab your free book outline template is in the show notes. Today, we have more information available than we ever had before. You can Google almost anything, watch thousands of videos on all kinds of different stuff, listen to podcasts while you're driving, cleaning, running. You can even ask AI questions and it responds in seconds. So why do people still spend money on books? Why not just watch a video instead? I think the answer is fascinating, and it amazes me to see that people are still really enjoying reading books. I'm always reading something, whether it's a blog, some kind of article, a physical book, a digital book. A book is always near me. Right now, I've got books in my office, on my nightstand, one on the kitchen counter, and even some in my car. I still buy books. People recommend books to me all the time. The podcast guests that I've had on the show, they write books. They also read books. My coaching clients, they buy books. They read books. They use books as a resource and even to do research while they're writing a book. Even while I'm in grad school, I'm constantly surrounded by books. And every time I walk into a bookstore, people are browsing, they're buying, reading, highlighting, discussing books with their friends over coffee or some sort of drink that they like. What I've noticed is that books haven't disappeared. The way people consume them has expanded so much. And what a beautiful thing. From my observations, one of the things that I've noticed is that people read because they want to learn. Books allow people to go deeper than a social media post or a 60-second reel. They want practical steps, a complete framework, research, real life examples. Sometimes they simply want to become a better version of themselves and implement what they've learned. Another observation is that people read because they want to be entertained. Not every reader picks up a book to learn. Some people want to escape for a while. They want to laugh, cry, be surprised, be enticed, get lost in a great story. That's why novels, mysteries, romance, and memoirs continue attracting readers year after year. Memoirs and biographies have sold at a high rate. Even in 2025, millions of people bought copies of just from the genre of memoirs and biographies. There's no surprise that books are still a thing, and it's not a thing of the past, but it's just continuing to expand. The third observation is that people read because they want a connection. Books help people feel understood. Readers often say, "I thought I was the only one," or "I can definitely see myself in this story." Whether it's a memoir or a nonfiction book, even a fiction book, readers connect with another person's experience, their thoughts, and perspective in a way that's hard to duplicate elsewhere. When I published my first book, Untarnished, I'll never forget a woman who I never met in person who emailed me and told me she could identify with my story and thanks for sharing it. It really helped her. And not just that, there's people that I knew in my local community who said, "Donna, I really resonated with your book and saw myself." People read because they want connection. They want to be able to identify with something. The fourth observation is that people read because books slow us down. Everything today is fast and instant. Scrolling, notifications, watching short videos, but books invite us to slow down, to think, to reflect, to put things in perspective, to imagine, to process. There's something special about sitting down with a good book that no algorithm can replace. So there's a lot more of observations that I can make about why people are still reading and buying books. It amazes me just to hear the excitement and the thrill when others share their stories about the books that they read or how long their TBR list is, or even the books that are on their DNF, which stands for did not finish. So books are not a thing of the past. Once again, they are something that still exists and that people still want to read and consume. Books have been around for centuries. Technology has certainly changed. The way we consume books has changed, but people's desire to learn, laugh, grow, reflect, and be entertained really hasn't. That's why I believe books continue to have such a meaningful place in our lives. If you've been concerned about if your book is really worth writing, I want to affirm you that yes, it is. It's worth the responses you'll get from someone you've never met whose life was impacted by your words. It's also worth knowing that your book could end up in the hands of a reader hundreds or even thousands of miles away from you. It's worth the sacrifice, the time, the energy, everything that goes into writing a book. And most certainly, it's worth the kingdom impact your message can make. If you're ready to get started, but you're not sure where to begin or how to organize your thoughts into a book so that it makes sense, be sure to download my free Plan Your Book with Clarity book outline template linked in the show notes. Remember, people are still reading and buying books, and your reader is certainly waiting for yours. Until next time, sis. Ciao. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's episode inspired you to take that next step to write your book. Remember, small steps lead to big results. If this podcast has blessed you in some way, be sure to leave a written review on Apple Podcasts. Your support means the world to me, and it helps others to find the show. Also, be sure to pass on the inspiration by sharing this episode with a friend who could benefit from this message. God bless you, sis, and never, ever give up.